We begin with the latest from West Asia. Israelis and Palestinians are awaiting the implementation of the Gaza peace deal, agreed upon in Egypt earlier this week. After approving Donald Trump's plan for a Gaza ceasefire and hostage release, Israel confirmed that the US president is headed to Jerusalem this Sunday. This will be Trump's first trip to the region since announcing the 20-point peace plan that led to the Gaza peace deal. The visit is expected to coincide with the release of Israeli hostages by Hamas, a moment Trump has called the end of the war in Gaza. Trump confirmed he will also address the Israeli parliament during his visit this weekend.
Well, they asked me to speak at the Knesset, and I've agreed to. If they would like me to, I will do it. It's the first time a president has ever done that, so that makes it very interesting, right? Yeah. But yeah, so I will do it if they want me to. They have asked me to do it. Thank you.
The Gaza peace deal, hammered out in Egypt after days of closed-door talks, was celebrated in Israeli streets and across Gaza, where families have lived under bombardment for more than 2 years. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his government had approved the framework for the release of all hostages, the living and the dead. But the agreement came at a cost. Far-right Israeli ministers slammed it as an unbearable price, pointing to the thousands of Palestinian prisoners to be freed in return. But Netanyahu has defended the deal, saying Israel is about to achieve its central war goal, the release of Israeli hostages.
Momentous development in the last 2 years. We fought during these 2 years to achieve our war aims, and a central one of these war aims is to return the hostages, all of the hostages, the living and the dead. And we're about to achieve that goal. We couldn't have achieved it without the extraordinary help of President Trump and his team, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner.
Amid the politics and celebrations, India weighed in too. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke with both Trump and Netanyahu, congratulating them on what he called a historic step towards peace. PM Modi praised the deal for opening doors to humanitarian aid and hostage releases, adding that terrorism in any form is unacceptable anywhere in the world. But even as the world hailed the breakthrough, Gaza shook once again. A blast reported in the early hours of Friday sent a black plume of smoke over the ruins of Khan Yunis. Gaza's Hamas-run civil defense team reported several strikes in the south, a sobering reminder that approval and implementation of this peace deal could still be far. The agreement also sets the stage for a major humanitarian operation. The United Nations has unveiled a 60-day plan to rush food, water and medicine into the enclave, promising aid for 2 million people and temporary schools for 700,000 children. American officials say that a 200-strong US military team will also be stationed in the region to oversee and observe the truce. Egyptian, Qatari, Turkish and Emirati officers will join them in a joint control centre, a coalition meant to build confidence on both sides. For many Israelis, this week brought tears of relief. In Tel Aviv, crowds waved US and Israeli flags and held photos of hostages still in captivity. And for many Palestinians, it brought respite. In Gaza, where the Hamas-run health ministry says the death toll due to the war has surpassed 67,000. Residents spoke of tears and joy as they hoped the deal might finally end Israeli bombing. Trump's Sunday visit to Jerusalem is being billed as a celebration of hope. But behind the diplomatic smiles linger deeper questions about reconstruction, about disarmament, and about whether this truce can hold.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.